Alright guys, so I'm back with another cheap ham radios on Craigslist. So we've got a couple of different things here. Was this a 991 original? Yeah. These have the issue with the finals burning out on them. And there's a correction for it. I don't know what it is, but I probably wouldn't mess with one. Let's go ahead and refresh our page here. We're looking at Yesu's. Okay. You got an old 450 AT for 525. We get a 1200 for 750. I don't know what this is. The EQ Plus by W2IHY. I generally find this to be a bunch of crap for people to spend money on that have lots of money. So, it's like trying to pass a camel through the eye of a needle. When you, depends on the type of radio. Some radios are different, but if you're feeding your audio through the front microphone of the radio and your bandwidth is 3 kilohertz wide, there's only so much that you can put through that 3 kilohertz bandwidth, and there's some restricting factors on the input of the microphone. So I don't remember what these cost. Some guys like them because they do have some other things that they can do that make them really good for certain stuff. I don't know if they're worth it or not, to be honest. But they have the ability to run the audio out to multiple different radios. See how the back is. But anyway, it says $3.99 new. Anyway, if you're looking for one of those, I think that's a pretty good deal, because if it's $3.99 plus tax new and he's selling for $200, you might be getting a really good deal. So we were just looking up Yaesu, and we just want ham radio. I really need to get a keyboard where I can reach it. The SX71 shortwave radio. Here is a overpriced MFJ 989C tuner. I have one that looks like this, but I highly doubt this is the picture of the guy's actual tuner. If in fact this is the one that he has, these ones are usually a little bit better in construction, and some of them will have a ceramic roller inductor, but most of them do not. I think $300 is way too much for this thing. Oh boy. This one has the good inductor. Yeah, okay. I continuously keep seeing these with these inductors in it, and I almost think and feel like the one that I have, somebody swapped the inductor out of it for a newer one. Because I always see these in these ones when I see a picture of them. And this is the much better inductor. This tube, and this rides across the outside of the tube. This would be a really good tuner. So this is exactly the one I have, except for mine does not have this inductor. Mine has something that looks really new. And I just really wasn't sure of the age of my tuner. We also don't know if this is the actual tuner itself, but yeah, that's exactly how mine is. And I have the same kind of switches. And mine looks like that on the back. Interesting. Okay. This is the older, much higher quality version of this tuner from before cost-cutting measures were taken on newer ones. This has the ceramic roller inductor mandrel and other ceramic parts which have been replaced with cheap circuit board material on the newer ones. All parts are there, and it is nice and clean inside. It has never been modified. Tested and works fine. Note, MFJ is shutting down May 17th. 2024. Anyway, this antenna tuner will no longer be available new. This is possibly your last chance to get this model in such nice condition at this price. You see, it says that there's a name here. That's not the picture of the front of his tuner. And that's not the picture of the front of his tuner either. So, that this might be or might not be. There's lots of pictures online that look just like this. So, it's extremely hard to say. But I would say that $300 is not bad considering it has the better roller inductor. You would expect to pay between $150 and $300 for one of these. However, the brand new tuners have a peak reading watt meter. This is a fake reading peak watt meter. It switches in a couple capacitors to cause the meter to hang a little bit. I find it to still be pretty accurate on mine. 746 radio for $700 in San Diego. It's not a pro. I don't know what the difference is. I don't know if it's really worth it. Napa County. We get some old Kenwoods here. A CB watt meter or paradynamics meter above it. Bunch of 101s. Heathkit monitor scopes, test equipment. A TS120. YC601 digital display for the 101. Looks like a CB radio down here. It says make offer. If you live anywhere near here in Napa, you might get a hold of this guy or lady or whoever and make an offer. Worst thing they can say is no. Here's the TS440 for $350 in Temecula. Let's see what's going on with this. These are really usually pretty robust radios, but we can see that it's on 27989. And so you can guarantee this thing has been abused and used on 11 meters. And or they just accidentally rolled the VFO down where nobody talks. I doubt it. Anyway, comes with radio, hand mic, power cord, copy of the manual. The price is $350, cash only. Also have an MC60 desk microphone and an antenna tuner available. So, you might be taking a risk on it. Might be fine. One of the things these suffer from is what they call keypad bounce. You go push the keypad and it goes ding, 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 ding. Because there actually is a direct keypad entry here, believe it or not. You can punch in the numbers. It's kind of funky, but it works. There's that same FT450. I think that's a good radio. If this one here is still the same one in Nabuto radio with accessories. He has a picture of it with the LDG 100 Pro, rig blaster, and a watt meter that he's not including, but it's a good deal, actually, I think. It's not the cheapest deal, but it's a good deal. Here is a 7600. This is before the 7300. It has a waterfall and whatnot. So, analog radio with waterfall, $1,099. Here's a couple of other things. A QRP Labs radio, ICOM 7000, Tentec Legal Limit Tuner, a 811H for $650. It's a good enough deal. You're buying about $1 a watt. A lot of times people want more than that. The Zygu G90 for $430 with an interface. In my personal opinion, no. It's just $100 too much. It's used. They're $430, they're $445 new. In fact, HRO has them listed on their website unavailable for $399, but they do have them. Actually, there's some in Wisconsin. Here is the 6100 for $500. I don't think that's a good deal either because that radio is $545, brand new on Amazon. So, an SB200 for $450. It's probably a pretty good deal. We don't know if the 870 is still floating around or not, but that's a really good deal. Use a Heil microphone if you like that kind of stuff. That'll be nice. 1200 for $750. A 3000 for $1200. A TS2000 for $800. Just do yourself a favor. Unless they have paperwork proving they replaced the filters, don't waste your money and time and headache on that thing. You will be sorry. 7300 for maybe what, $100, $200 less than new. I would probably not do that. We have a Flex radio for too much money for some old QRP one. Let's see here. Somebody that wants way too much money for a used 811H amplifier. This is what they cost new. I don't know if they're available. They're kind of one of the most unreliable amplifiers, and that's because hams don't know how to tune tube amplifiers. An 811H will smoke the tubes on you quicker than you can say smoke. And that's because they have no dissipation. They have to be tuned to the most efficient. So when you tune this thing to 650 watts or whatever it wants to put out, right? And then you decide that you're going to back down the drive on your radio and only do a little bit less power because you think that you're going to extend the life of the tubes. Now you have just put the tubes out of their efficiency zone, and now they're trying to dissipate this extra deal here because they're no longer in efficiency. And so what happens is you turn the power down, now you burn up the tubes. Or you QSY up the band, down the band, and you do not retune the tuner, and guess what? You start talking and your power starts dropping. So, yeah. These are great if they've been replaced with 572Bs, but the 811 tube is a very touchy tube in those particular amplifiers. I don't know why so many new people buy them. I don't know why so many people tell new people to buy them. It is not a good amplifier for new people. New people need an amplifier that is forgiving, something that runs 3-500s or 572Bs. Or maybe one of these other ceramic tube amplifiers. I don't really know. I'm not personally a fan of ceramic tubes. I'm not personally a fan of amplifiers that you got to wait 7 minutes for it to warm up before you can use it, because I don't run my amplifier unless I need it. And when I need it and there's DX on the band and I have to wait 7 minutes, they're going to be gone. So, and also, the tubes in this new ones are ridiculously expensive. In most cases, they cost more than the amplifier is worth. In some cases, if it's an older amplifier, the tube costs more than the amplifier did. So, be very careful when buying used amplifiers. Also, FL2100Bs and SB200s all have the tubes in a horizontal position, and a lot of tubes do not like to have the tube in the horizontal position, and the filament will sag and short out the tube, and you'll be having a bad day. So that's another reason why 811 tubes and stuff like that and 572 tubes can be a problem. Let's see. Is there anything else good on here? There really isn't a lot. 350 for the Kenwood. Um, it just looks like the same old junk. So, lots of old radios. And I'm pretty sure most of them probably don't work. Let's see. Has a very good Heathkit tuner right here. Definitely better than the MFJ. What do we got? Too much money for a really old radio. Oh, but I've got the plastic door. Oh, jeez. Great. Let me give me your money. Some Heathkits. Yeah. So, not really anything. I don't see anything on here. Let's try. Let's see if that search criteria pops up. Anything different? Radio estate items. I don't even know. A lot of times this is just like, oh, you think everything's worth a bunch of money. These are terrible tuners. I have one. It's sitting on the shelf broken. They want $250 for it. It's pretty normal. They've got a couple other ones. We've already seen all this. This is some Palomar Amateur Radio Club. So it might be worth checking out. They've got an ICOM 7800, all options installed for $2,500. I have a feeling that that is possibly already sold, but I'm not sure. I'm going to say that's it, guys. There's some deals, but there's no deals, you know? I mean, nothing really amazing. I mean, let's go check QRZ. What we got here? What do we got here? Let's refresh the page because it's old. All right, we have... Let's see if we can see it down here. What I don't like is every time you click on something, they open it in a new page and you gotta close the tab out. $600. I've got 430 in parts invested, so my pricing doesn't come close to compensating. I guess if you wanted one, Bofang UV5R with accessories. Let's just click this, just for laughs and giggles. I bet you they want $25 shipped. Or if you got your license and can prove it, I will ship it to you for free. Now that is what I'm talking about, guys. So if you just got your license and you watch my channel and you see this video, contact this guy and tell him that you just got your license and you were watching a video on my channel and I told him that this is really cool. Okay. Let's see what it comes with. I mean, this is the best deal in ham radio that you possibly could have. That microphone isn't any good. It's terrible. But that programming cable will come in extremely handy. For free to a new ham, this is a really cool deal. But also, I would mention, other than the cable, the programming cable, this radio is $17 on Amazon. And there's actually other versions of it for $19 that now include the airband. So, you're better to buy something new at that price point. That's too much money. What are they thinking? Here is our LDG Z100 antenna tuner. There's a Z100 and there's Z100 Plus. This is the same guy. No, it is not the same tuner. This is the Z11 tuner. It's QRP. I really don't think it's worth $120, but maybe it is. Ray Dottity, GD77, dual band, DMR, HT. I highly recommend installing OpenGD77. You know, I need to check that out. I haven't tried that yet. I'm going to have to check that out. The GD77, because I have a TYT UV380, and I think it can be put on there. Signal link with K2, K3, and Yaesu cables. $80. It's probably not bad. Free shipping, probably not bad. I think they're $125, $135 now, and then you usually have to pay extra. Let's see. ICOM 7300 with cover and tuner cable. I'm gonna guess it's gonna be $800 or more. $860. Here's a FT818 with accessories. When I sold mine, I had to sell it pretty cheap. Nobody wanted it. He doesn't have a price on it. Yeah, I don't see any price. It's not in the title. Anyway. FTDX10 with a speaker. $1,300. Okay. That's it, guys. There isn't crap. Yeah, there's nothing really special on here.